Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back live to the action from the Lanxess Arena here in the magnificent city of Cologne, where it's time to meet our players in the German Darts Masters. It's all part of the Professional Darts Corporation's World Series of Darts. And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome from Frankfurt, Germany, taking part in his third televised event, ladies and gentlemen, Kurz! Ladies and gentlemen, from Scotland, and the winner of the World Cup, a winner of 6 World Series events, a 2-time Premier League champion, and ladies and gentlemen, a 2-time back-to-back champion of the world, the Flying Scotsman, Gary.
We don't get to see him in Germany that often, but the Flying Scotsman Gary Anderson is here in Cologne, looking to add to his haul of World Series titles. He won, of course, in Vegas last year. Disappointment this time around, but as always in PDC Darts, the next opportunity to put things right is just around the corner. The 2-time world champ, one of the stars of the game. Ranked number 3 in the world and 17 televised titles. Goes up against a 22-year-old from here in Germany who is 159 spots behind him in the world rankings, because the only ranking money he's got came from his 1 appearance on the European Tour. But Nico Kurz did play in this tournament last year, and he very nearly won his opening game. He missed a dart to beat Jamie Lewis, the World Championship semi-finalist. Had he taken that dart, who knows what might have happened for the young man. Facing the Flying Scotsman is an altogether different proposition.
Yeah, Anderson will be hoping that the tungsten rustiness thrown the cobwebs off in Vegas, despite losing in a terrific quarter-final to Gerwyn Price. Actually missed a stack of darts, didn't he, to go 7-6 up in a race to 8, eventually losing 8-6. For Anderson, after a year of trials and tribulations as far as injuries are concerned, with his back and then his elbow, just a case of learning the stagecraft again and getting used to all that goes with it. It's not long to go until Anderson starts the defence of his World Match Play crown at the Winter Gardens in Blackpool against the Dutchman Danny Noppert. But it's a German here, Nico Kurz, who's hoping to cause the 2 times world champion a few problems.
Well, you see a range of different players representing Germany tonight. Some of them have a lot of experience of playing on the tour, week in, week out, and have done for a few years. The likes of Max Hopp and Martin Schindler. Mike Langendorf has been playing big stage darts for years and years and years. See a few of those tonight as well. Another one there, maybe. What's the decision, Gary? Well, he tried to, but this is a chance for a break of throw for a young man who's only played on a big stage twice before. He's going to get a dart.
And he only needed a dart. It started like this against Jamie Lewis 12 months ago in Gelsenkirchen, and he went 3-0 up against the Welshman. Was eventually pegged back, had a dart at the ball to win a deciding leg, and it was a relieved Welshman Lewis who took it. So, is this where we're going to see an upset tonight? I wonder.
76.
Well, curiously, the only other time we've seen him on a big stage was on the European Tour earlier this year, here in Germany, as Anderson doesn't quite fill it up. And he took on the Belgian #1, Kim Huybrechts, a guy who's made major finals in the past. And he had 2 darts to win that game, Nico Kurz.
16.
So the 2 previous times he's been on a big stage playing in front of thousands of fans, he has really gone close to taking out a significant name. Maybe it's 3rd time lucky.
Plays a lot of the German Super League, but that's where he managed to qualify for the German Darts Masters, but it's still very much a hobby for young Nico, a 22-year-old from Hessen. Here we go again.
133.
Well, he's trying to make himself favourite to go 2 up here. Anderson in reply, you feel needs the lot. Right on cue for Gary Anderson.
Textbook maximum. And he will get a go at that double 14 as Kurz misses the bullseye entirely and the chance evaporates.
82. Gary required 28.
Well, the first one was way off. The second one was bang on. One apiece.
Game on.
Not often around the world that you hear a Gary Anderson leg won with a
99.
little or no reaction from the crowd, is it? Very popular wherever he plays.
Well, even Mensur Suljovic, who is one of the darlings of the German crowds, and Peter Wright similarly, I think they will not get the support that they are used to playing on these shores as they go up against some host nation competition. Peter Wright against Robert Marjanovic. In fact, the winner of that will face the winner of this one. We could see the 2 guys who won the World Cup of Darts for Scotland squaring off in the quarterfinals. But Nico Kurz is acquitting himself very, very commendably in the early exchanges here.
44.
Yeah, still to find the spot, to hit the spot, Gary Anderson.
16.
But we know that can change in a matter of 6 or 9 darts.
1.
Semi-finalist in this last year, Gary Anderson, lost out to Dimitri Vandenberg, the eventual runner-up. Quarter-finalist the year before, was beaten in a narrow contest
16.
by Barney.
Yeah, Barney back in the big time a little later on. Raymond van Barneveld farewell tour stops off in Cologne, but for how long?
Gary, you require 100.
Yep, tops for Gary.
Game shown
2-1,
the third leg.
100 checkout.
Gary Anderson.
Normal service resume.
Nico first.
We'll find out in the next 10 or 15 minutes, I guess.
One runner, Fulton.
Well, for Kurz to have got so close in his two previous big stage games and to have come out here against one of the all-time greats in Anderson and have a good go in the early stages, it suggests that he feels quite comfortable playing up on the stage.
41.
Because he isn't a guy who is seeing the big names in the less glamorous environs of Wigan and Barnsley on the tour week after week, or even on the European tour on a regular occasion.
Yeah, holding his own against Anderson. Bit of frustration creeping in for Gary. There is reaction to the darts that don't go where he wants them to go.
Well, even if they had gone where he wanted that last one, he would have left a bogey number, which means that Nico Kurz is going to get a chance to level this at 2-all, and the longer it stays close, the greater the chance of a shock.
So to level it up. That's a great dart for double 16.
59.
Well, Anderson looking to do what the young German did in the first leg. Take out tops for a 1-1-6.
76. Nico, you require 32.
He's hitting tops with more than half his attempts so far this year, Gary Anderson. So a miss is a pretty rare thing. And listen to the crowd here in Cologne, because the German is making a game of this.
One runner, Fulton. '98.
Well, we have seen very little of Gary since the World Championship because of the injuries that Stuart mentioned. But when we have seen him, it's been very up and down. The World Cup of Darts, yeah, some fantastic stuff.
57.
The odd occasion we've seen him on the Pro Tour has looked very rusty. I don't really think there was a great deal wrong in Vegas. He was just undone in a high-quality game with Gerwin Price.
Well, there's not too much going right for him tonight, because Nico Kurz is again producing something extra special on the stage, and Gary Anderson is going to have to respond.
92. Nico, you require
Effectively stolen the darts here, the 22-year-old. Another. The ball! Oh, it's what dreams are made of! The 22-year-old has just taken out the 170, the biggest checkout in the game against one of the biggest names in the game.
He even got a nod of approval from his opponent Gary Anderson, but how about that? This is where you want to raise your game. This is where you want to produce your very best. Averaging 98, 8 points more than Anderson. He's in a spot of bother here now, the Scot. So he does respond. He has to, and he does. Anderson, remember, had a dart at tops for 3-1. Inspired. Nico Kurz.
Well, back-to-back ton 40s to start the leg after you've just taken the 170. Oof. What is going through Nico Kurz's mind right now? He is surfing on a wave of adrenaline. He must be.
16.
Is that a little respite for Anderson? Well, Anderson leading 81 after 9. Responding.
He can't do it again, can he? No, not this time.
99.
He's forcing Anderson, you feel, to take this out. Gotta go.
69.
Huge moment for Nico Kurz in just his third big stage game. Single 16 would leave double top for a 4-2 lead against the world number 3.
Here we go.
22.
Maybe rushed it.
Gary requires
Maybe
12.
rushed it.
Awkward. Awkward. Oh my word. The Flying Scotsman. 3 more misses. And Nico Kurz goes 4-2 up.
Nico Kurz, 7th leg, Gary will throw first. Game on.
We have not seen a German player win an opening round game in the 2 previous years of the German Darts Masters. Mensur Suljovic won in 2017. He was playing effectively as one of the Germans, but he was included as a German-speaking and the top player from this part of the world.
16.
But this would be a piece of history.
Maybe the biggest upset in World Series history for sure. No, the kid just can't do any wrong. 98.5 average, 8-140 to 3 from Anderson.
This isn't even one of the leading players from Germany. This is 22-year-old Nico Kurz, whose experience in this game is minuscule compared to some of the guys you'll see tonight.
Well, he's flying on adrenaline, pure and simple at the moment, Nico Kurz. Can he hold it together now? Looking at what he might achieve to do, but there doesn't seem to be anything in reply from his opponent. The young German is 10 points better off than Anderson on the averages.
85.
The 170 was a stormer, but Anderson missed to go 3-1 up. He missed 5 to make it 3-all.
99.
99 on throw doesn't look like being enough. Kurz here takes this out and throws for the match.
Double top.
36. Gary require
But it's going to need a monster. Stay in there. Double 9. Oh, that is a monster. And it might well be a game changer.
8th leg, Nico to throw first. Game on.
Well, that was an incredible, in the circumstances, every bit as good as Nico Kurz's 170 out. The young German must have thought he was coming back, but he still has the advantage of a break of throw here. But how much will that knock out of the 22-year-old?
Well, it just seemed everything was going away from Gary Anderson at the time as well. He was becoming frustrated. He wasn't scoring well. And then all of a sudden, a 138 from nowhere, and he's right back in it. We might have ignition here. 180 number 3 from Anderson. And that one missed start for 5-2. Is that going to be the moment which haunts Nico Kurz? Or can he fashion more opportunities? Oh, superb.
133. Nico, you require 107.
Now, this is why we love the World Series, because anything could happen. One big treble makes him favourite for the leg still, but he's just taken out 138, Anderson. Surely not.
128. Nico, you require 74.
Tense in Cologne. Another huge moment. 27 scored.
47.
So he can look at 15 for double 16 or 7 for double top. It is 7 for tops. Oh, that is superb! This young man has ice in his veins, and he might have the two-time world champion in his pocket.
Well, the 138 finish from Anderson would have accounted for a number of players as far as belief and confidence is concerned. Not a bit of it. He was a millimetre or two away from a 136 to make it 4-all.
85.
For such a young man, such a lot of bottle, Nico Kurz.
Well, we have seen Gary Anderson
77.
fall in the first round of these World Series events before. It happened in Shanghai last year when Royden Lam became the first Asian player to win a game on the World Series. We could see the first German national win an opening game at the German Darts Masters here, but it's whether Nico Kurz can create one more opportunity and take it. He couldn't take his chance against Jamie Lewis last year. He couldn't take the two-match darts he had against Kim Huybrechts on a big stage on the Euro Tour earlier this year, and surely that will begin to play on his mind if an opportunity arises.
Well, terrific excitement. Over 8,000 here in Cologne for the opening night of this year's German Darts Masters. And well, Gary Anderson always managed to do is round it off. 41 scored. Nico Kurz, virtual unknown.
100.
Well, unlucky there. Little shake of the head, but he was unlucky because it just deflected off the flight into the single one.
Could hurt him too. Could really hurt him. Because Nico Kurz should get two-match darts if Gary Anderson misses this. And he might not even get a dart. He does, double 8. It's there. Huge, huge shot.
Gary Anderson
Keeps him alive in this one.
Well, it's over to you, young man. You're throwing for the biggest win of your life.
45.
Nerves. Tension. Pressure. Anderson has seen it, done it, been there, experienced it. 11 140s to 4 from Anderson. That's perfect for Gary. Be disappointed
100.
with only 100.
Well, how Nico Kurz has kept his cool in this situation is astonishing. But can he keep his cool enough to get over the line? He is potentially 6 darts away from the biggest moment in his, well, very, very young career.
Yes, Anderson has missed darts at double. 9 of them. But when he's needed to,
100.
Kurz has been magnificent. You feel Anderson here needs to fill it. 140 minimum.
100. Nico, you require.
Well, he took out 116 to win the first leg. I wonder.
Staying there. He will not get a match start in this visit, but he will get 3 if he's allowed to return. Can Gary Anderson save his skin once more? 1 dart at tops.
84. Nico requires 16.
Absolutely enormous moment in his 22-year-old's life. And he seizes it! 22-year-old Nico Kurz missed match start against Jamie Lewis last year. Missed match start against the Belgian #1 Kim Huybrechts earlier this year. But it's third time lucky for young Nico. The first German winner in the history of the German Darts Masters. And it's against one of the superstars of the game.